What's up guys, InsaneFlux here, and welcome to episode 13 of my weekly Skyrim mod showcase series. If you're interested in skipping to a certain part of the video for a mod, I put the time next to the mod name in the video description below. Alright, so first up is Spellbinder Armor, and this is a lore-friendly, standalone heavy armor set for all races and both genders, made by several authors, including Patobek, JackoO, and Trooper44. This is the battle regalia of a mighty battle mage named Jaeger Tharn from the first game in the Elder Scrolls series called Arena. The armor has similar stats to Ebony armor and requires the Ebony smithing perk to craft and improve, and you can find it in the steel menu at the Skyforge. There are 5 different colors, and I'm each rotating through them all with the name of the armor at the bottom, but they're all essentially the same. The Spellbinder Armor can only be crafted at the Skyforge, and this is intended to reduce the clutter of new items being added to the steel menu at the forge. This armor set is adorned with many details, including a spellbook, potions, coin purse, storage pouch, a scroll satchel, and of course some plated armor to give the battle mage kind of look. This makes it an absolute download for any high-level battle mage characters. And later in the video, I'm going to cover an update to Immersive Armors, which has received a lot of content since my last review earlier this month. And a great female-only armor set I want to feature is called Dread Huntress Armor, and this is a standalone armor set inspired by the Diablo 3 Demon Hunter armor. It is a 4-piece armor set consisting of gloves, a helm, a main armor piece, and boots. The armor can be crafted at any forge in the game underneath the Ebony menu if you have the Ebony smithing perk, and there's a light and heavy armor version available. The armor is designed after the CBBE version 3 body, and the author is also planning on adding some color variations of the armor soon, so be sure to track this file if you don't want to miss that update. Next is Heavy Armory, and this is a mod that adds many lore-friendly weapons to Skyrim. You'll find these weapons in the hands of bandits, guards, vampires, Draugr, Falmer, and many other NPCs throughout Skyrim. You can also simply craft them from any forge in the game and improve them at a grindstone. In total, there are around 50 new weapons to be found spread across all the material variants. There's spears, and these are two-handed weapons that count as battle axes. They strike pretty fast for two-handed weapons and have a high range, and they're a good weapon for any player that wants to keep some distance to his target. Glaives are slightly more heavier and more punishing than spears. They have a higher critical hit value, and the downside is that you swing them a bit slower, although it's still faster than a battle axe. Halberds are the next item type added, and these are like a battle axe in that they both swing at the same speed, but the halberd does a little bit less damage, but it has a higher range, and these are good for strong warriors who favor range over higher damage. Quarterstaves are next, and these are like light warhammers. The quarterstaves have the highest attack speed of any two-handed weapon, but they have the same attack range as a warhammer. The downside to these weapons is that they deal the least damage out of all two-handed weapons. Another weapon type added are clubs, and these count as maces, but they're generally less powerful than actual mace. And the last type added is short swords, and these are a good mix between sword range and a dagger speed. And they have a shorter range than an actual sword, and they deal less damage than the sword, but make up for it by being pretty fast. More weapons will be added to Heavy Armory in the near future, and feel free to suggest some weapon ideas to the mod author as well. The next mod I want to feature is called Wood Chopping to Max Carry Weight, and this is a neat mod that allows a player to chop wood till their max carry weight capacity is reached. There's a really cool built-in feature with this mod that it makes it so that you'll never cut more logs than you can actually carry, so you'll never become over-encumbered. A cool player home I want to feature this week is called Dwarven Falls, and this is a unique player home that's hidden from view on the outside by a waterfall, and its main features are no load doors, meaning that you don't have to load an interior cell, so you don't have to walk from the outside to inside with any loading screens. And there's a very unique looking equipment for crafting and alchemy. There's a smelter, a workbench, a grindstone, a forge, and a tanning rack, and of course an alchemy bench. And the alchemy station looks really unique, and it has a floating miniature mushroom garden next to it. And there's a large open room, and that's the first thing we walk into, and this has a unique waterfall and a bathing pool as well. And all the containers have names on them, and they all look great for crafting needs. And the home is very close to Markarth, so you don't have to travel far to get supplies. Next I want to give an update on a mod called Immersive Armors by Trooper44. This is version 4 of the mod, which has now received over 2,500 endorsements and almost 200,000 unique downloads. Anyway, some new additions to Immersive Armor since my last review are Apotheus Light Armor, and this is perfect for a sneaky thief type character. Nordic Hunter Light Armor. This is a great armor set for hunters, and it's one of my favorites for a while. Heroic Stormcloak Armor. This is another great addition, and it's kind of like the counterpart to the Heroic Imperial Armor. Sea Dog Armor, and this is a pirate-themed or sailor-themed outfit, and it's complete with an eye patch and gold earrings. In Immersive Armors, it doesn't have the flintlock pistols, so you don't have to worry about that. Paladin Armor is next, and this is a well-designed full-plate armor set for heavy armor users, and it looks really great if you have a good bloom setting with your EMB or other config. Next is IsharaMeradin, and I apologize if I say that wrong, IsharaMeradin Armor, and this is another great addition to Immersive Armors mod, and I haven't actually seen this armor yet, and I really like it a lot. There's also several fur hoods added from another mod, and these fit in great with the mod and work well with most armors. There's also an optional download for UMP body support for female characters if you want that, and all the textures in the mod have been ran through a texture optimizer for increased performance and smaller file size. And if you'd like to check out the rest of the armors added by the mod, check out the video I made earlier this month by clicking on the thumbnail on the screen now. And the last mod I want to feature this week is called Immersive Armors for NPCs, and this is a mod that takes some of the armors found in Hothtrooper 44's Immersive Armors mod and adds it to some of the NPCs in Skyrim. This way you get to see all the different armors used throughout the game and from a different perspective. And the author plans to add more NPCs utilizing the armor in the near future as well, but there's a ton of that have been added. For example, in Whiterun I encountered at least 4 different people within a couple of minutes just running around town. Anyways, that's it for this week's showcase. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos similar to this one. See ya.